Good afternoon, everybody out there. Good night. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your time. Now, I always watch things a different way, and it's many different topics I would like to touch on right quick, because I don't like to keep on repeating the same thing to people. When you talk to people and you don't like to repeat yourself to them, because you tell them today, you don't want to tell them on Friday. And a lot of people in the world been getting clues. A lot of people been getting footnotes. A lot of people been getting notes. But like the old saying, say, who don't hear must feel. And I see a lot of people like to play like they don't hear things or they don't see things, and it's okay because I overstand it now. I truly overstand it now to the point where, like, people want to talk about being ghetto or being real or being raw. Well, the realness about this is, right, the white man run this world, and everybody under him stands in line. And when you get out of that line, don't matter who you are, people that's under that control, they try to put you back under the same control. People are not for the nonsense no more. Like, some people are really getting out of hand, and it's so sad. SAD. That you have to talk to adults in this world today like they're kids. And I'm learning more and more. Some of these people you stay away from. And I mean mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because I'm going to be honest to you. This year, I felt like putting my hands on a couple of males. I felt like taking my fist and putting it to a couple of people's jaws. But I didn't. And I looked at those people that I could have do that to. And I had to really realize, would it make me feel better? Not that you hurt somebody that's a fool or something, but would they change? You have to understand, some people still won't change. No matter how much you try, some people still won't change. And like, I tried so much to make people change in a good way, not a bad way, because I grew up and I had an attitude, what some people will say, in a bad temper. And I always tell a lot of people that it wasn't something to joke with, because nobody understand what goes on inside your mind and your heart, And me, I had to understand that the older I got. Nobody is not going to understand what goes on in your mind and your heart, Delvin. Because I gave pure heart love to people in this world. And as I said before, in one of my shorts, I watched them same people stab me in my back. And it was for materialistic things. And it was just because they wasn't raised correctly. And a lot of those people, I looked at it the same way. Yeah, you could hurt these people, but is it going to solve anything? And that's why nowadays I stay away from most people, because you have to trust yourself. And you have to be stronger than yourself. You know, because they have people out here in the world. People don't like to be real no more. They have people in the world that will tempt you. But you have to be stronger than yourself. And you have to know that they are weak. You know, they are the weak ones, because I used to look at it where I say I ain't going to let nobody play me. I ain't going to let nobody disrespect me. And the more I grew is where I see some people will push you. And when they push you to where they don't know where you're going to go, that's when you see the chump. You see the real coward inside of them. And that's where I learned in my life and in life itself. A lot of people in this world are cowards. They are cowards. And I have nothing too much to say to cowards in this world. I don't care whether you're female or male. A coward is a coward. A coward doesn't have agenda. You know, and this is the thing why I always say the world needs to be taught over. Because this world was taught on nonsense. And this world, don't matter how people want to twist it and turn it, this world was taught on greed, on a Caucasian's man mind. Okay? I'm going to say it again. This world that we all live in right now, it was built on greed of a Caucasian man's mind. Plain and simple. And this is why I don't really mess with a lot of people nowadays, because people act like they're delusional of what's going on in the world. Nah, you're not going to complain about what happened in slavery, but you ain't going to act like it didn't happen, you know? And that's what I see going on nowadays where, yes, slavery, big up shots, big up, bless up, King. A lot of people will act like slavery, and I'm talking about black slavery, okay? I'm talking about black slavery. Because, yes, many other people been in slavery in this world. But they use black slavery as a poster child for everybody. Okay? Everybody. Let me say it again. They use black slavery as a poster child for everybody. And people may not want to believe this, but it's just the truth. If you have the blacks, you have everybody else. And this is why I'm going to keep on talking to my black people. You are the leaders of this universe. You are the goal. You are the all-spark. And it hurts my soul and it hurts my heart sometimes when my people want to be less than they are. Because when you call yourself gangster or thug or you call yourself bad, like, let's be real, man. We fight each other so bad, but it's a bigger fight out there. And I'm going to keep on saying it, that my black brothers are scared. They are scared to stand up to. Okay? Because they got some that stand on the side and they stand up to the oppression. But the ones that stand on the other side, that's scared to fight oppression, you could never tell me you tough. You could never tell me you tough, because the thing is, When black people was getting beat up in this world, it was all good. Everybody loved it. Those who helped was those who helped. But nowadays, people want to act like nothing is going on in modern day society. Like modern day society is not crazy. Let me give you one of the main reasons why I push my people and I push others. But I'm going to tell you the main reason why I push my black people to be great. I push my black people to be great, right? Because they got people out there, males and females, that's adults. And they could take the pain that happened throughout history. But they have those out there that never bother nobody in the world. Innocent black people that get beat up in America and around the world just for the color of their skin. And they're not gangster. They don't start trouble with people. Who gonna defend them? And that's why I say a lot of my people, you are chumps. Because nobody defends the black people that get beat up by others. Okay, these ain't gangsters. These ain't thugs. These ain't bad chicks. These are regular black people. And you know other people in the world hate them because of their color. So when people want to say, yo, Delvin, why you always got to deal with color? The world been dealing with my color and color before I was even born. Okay, 1984 is new into this world. What been going on for over 5,000 years ain't nothing new. Okay? Downpression and oppression ain't nothing new in this world. But it's sick to me when my people want to oppress each other, but we call it a lifestyle. Let me tell you something, man. The streets move away quick. Okay? The streets move away quick. Today you here, tomorrow you're not. Today they talk about you, next year they forgot you. Okay? Like, let's stop it. Okay? Because if it was up to me, I want all my brothers and sisters in America and around the world to live. I'm not with watching something on the news or something in the hood or just hearing about Teresa died or Jerome got shot yesterday. I want to ask everybody, you're not sick of hearing that? Or did it become normal to us where another black person die? It's just normal. And it's like you brushing your teeth in the morning, or it's like you going to work. I don't like that. I don't like it at all, and I'm never going to get used to it. A young black man or a young black woman dying or an elderly person is dying. It's not for them to clean us up. It's for us. Because let me say something. Big up open-minded. Big up King. If all the black people in America, and I'm talking about the prostitutes, the street men on the corner, the little boys and girls, the regular people, the people that work in hospitals, the people that work in schools, if we all unite together in America, and this is America I am talking about only, people, let me tell you something. They wouldn't be able to do nothing to none of us, okay? Because I don't really like when people say it's strength in numbers, when some people don't show the strength in numbers, okay? Because they're going to keep on beating all of us down individually. Because they're doing a good job at it, and some of our people are helping this system beat our people down. Let me say this too, because people don't like to hear this. Everything you see under your eyes as a creation or as a structure was made by Africans. And they don't like that. They don't like it. Okay, and as I always said, Africa didn't do nothing to no human in this world or Africa didn't do nothing to no land mass on this planet. Every land mass on this planet that's a major land mass that we call cities, countries, towns, lands, stole from Africa. Yes, it was men, but they took these things and they built countries. They built monuments. But you want to call Africa a third world country. You want to call the West Indian and the Caribbean islands third world country. But then after that, you want black people and brown-skinned people in America to be happy? No, you cannot have people being happy. You cannot think you will beat people down and they will be happy. Because let me say this again. And I'm talking to my Latino and my Hispanic brothers as well. We are one family, okay? Bless up, Sistren. Bless up, Sistren. Bless up. Stardust, bless up, bless up. Now, bless up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Much love to you. Now, let me say this to my Latino and my Hispanic brothers and sisters. Because some people get it twisted when they think that I talk about black people. And some people always ask me in certain comment sections, why you always talk about black people? Well, you know what? I'm black and I'm not going to change that, and I'm never going to shy away from being black, okay? That's not something I'm ashamed of, and that's not something that I'm not going to deny, okay? I'm going to be that every day, and I'm going to be it loud, and I'm going to be it proud with respect, okay? I'm going to be black and proud with respect. I don't have to be a black man and disrespect others. Because I'm a black man that respect others. I won't let others disrespect me. But I'm a black man with respect. Okay? I don't go disrespecting people. And I don't plan on people disrespecting me. I respect myself, so I expect people to respect me as well. Okay? If people go outside of the box in disrespecting me, I have to put them in a place as a human to respect me. And that goes for everybody out there too. Do not let people disrespect you. Respect yourself and you make people respect you as well. Okay? Now, let me get back to my Latino and Hispanic brothers and sisters. Excuse me. I've been seeing a lot where a lot of people will say, oh yeah, the blacks and the Latinos or the blacks and the Hispanics fight. Let me stop this nonsense right now. Because I know it will be keep on going on, but let me say this. I'm from the South Bronx where my first friend in school and outside was a Puerto Rican. And we didn't look at no, he's a Puerto Rican or I'm a black. We was friends. We was friends from off of Prospect Avenue. We didn't look at, oh, you know, he got a black family, he got a Latino family, and we just talk outside. No, that was my boy. Okay? And let's get deeper. In the Bronx, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans. There's a lot of Dominicans. There's a lot of Panamanians. There's a lot of Colombians. There's a lot of Mexicans. Yes. Certain people did have little issues with me. I ain't gonna lie. Because I was black. Yes. But I always stood my ground and they always stood their ground and I understood them. But the thing is, we had to come to an understanding because I'm not going to let you hate me because I'm black, and I'm not going to hate you just because you Latinos. That's just stupid, okay? That's like, I don't believe in you hating somebody just because there's something. Because she's a Christian and you're a Muslim, we must not get along because we have different religions. I'm going to say this. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Bless up to everybody. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't like when people fight for different things, because at the end of the day, you're still the same thing. Okay? You're still the same thing, because I'm going to get back to the point where if you was a Latino and he was black and y'all going to school together, at the end of the day, if you draw it down, y'all still little kids. Y'all are still human beings and kids trying to grow. But when you go out into society, when you go out into this big modern world, it has different groups of humans that want to put each other in divisions. And as I said, growing up in the Bronx, I grew up around a lot of Latinos where, yes, it had static, but we had more love than we had static where I grew up at in the Bronx. Okay? It was more love. You know, like, I played baseball with Puerto Ricans. Okay? And I can't play baseball like perfect. I'm not a good baseball player. But I played baseball with my Puerto Rican and my Dominican friends because we was friends. Okay? It wasn't no, oh, y'all stay over there and y'all play football while they play baseball. Nah. We all grew up in the same community. And this is the same thing of why I always try to make my brothers and sisters. And when I say my brothers and sisters on this, I'm talking about everybody in the so-called hood and the so-called ghetto. Everybody. Okay? Whether you Latino, whether you Chinese, whether you want to be Hispanic, whether you want to be black, whether you want to be Caribbean. Talking to everybody. We all live in that joint together. Okay? We all live in that joint together. And the hierarchy or the government or the politicians or whatever people want to call them. I'm not going to call their real name right here on the internet because I know they're going to strike my page again. Okay? But I'm going to say this. If people in the ghetto / hood get together, these world powers in America and around the world, they wouldn't be able to do nothing with none of us. They wouldn't be able to control us. Okay? Because once the people wake up, they wouldn't want to deal with the people that's woken. This government and these governments, they only like to deal with people that's sleeping. You cannot control people that's woke. You could only control people that's in a trance. You know, like hypnosis. Those are the only people that you control that keep on seeing the same thing over and over and over. And never show them nothing new. You never give them no hope. You never give them no glory. Don't give them no sunshine. You make them worry. You put them in fear. And this is why I say everybody out there that's listening to my voice, you stay fearless respectfully. Don't go out there doing stupidness and being fearless. I mean, you be fearless in where this world that we live in, they hide the truth. But you search for the truth and you be real to yourself and you be real to the people around you and you be real to life itself. Don't be fake. Don't hold no punches. Okay? And I'm not talking physically. I'm talking spiritually. You got to be free in this world. Okay, because they want all of us in cages. Don't matter what color you are. Don't matter what color you consider yourself. No matter what gender you consider yourself. Male or female. They want all of us under control. Okay? Because if you have all of us under control, they keep their plan going very nice and very smooth and very well. But no. We are born and we are here to mess all that up. We are here to mess all that up. Because to be honest with you, me for sure, I am living to mess they plan up. I'm here to destroy everything that you made that you think is good. Okay? Eric C, bless up, King. Bless up, King. Bless up. I'm here to destroy everything that you think is good. Because you know, I remember when I was little, and as I said, I used to think that I was probably the number one person in the world fighting for black power. I thought I was. Until I became a teenager and I had to wake up and really realize that I'm one person in a big world. And then I seen different people in this world get oppressed. And I didn't like it either. And this is why, that's one reason why I'm the way I am. And why I speak how I speak. And why I post certain things. Because I don't care who you are. I don't like to see humans get oppressed. I don't like to see humans getting treated wrong. Okay? I don't like it. I just don't like something that's not natural. Okay? And being a so-called bully or being a so-called oppressor or a down-pressing person or a person that looks down on people, I would always have a problem with you. Okay? I would always... Hold on. Big up to everybody in the building. Excuse me. How do you control a human? You program them. Some of us are programmed. I am free. And you know what? I want you to be free, and I want everybody to be free. Marlene, bless you, man. Bless up. Bless up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. No, I want everybody to be free in the world because I watch humans try to control humans into different pockets. And it's not good, okay? I don't like human controlling humans. Okay? Because it's not like, yeah, a job is a job. And you may listen to your supervisor or your manager. But when you have people trying to control people in life, that's not a job. You don't try to control how people live. Okay? You don't. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate everybody in the building. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I really appreciate all y'all. God bless, lion love to everybody in the building. I don't like it because you see it has some people in the world where they're not tough, but to them, controlling people or bullying people or talking down on people, that makes them tough. To me, it makes you a coward. It makes you a sissy. It makes you a punk. And I say this, and I always say this, because it don't matter if you're a female or a male. If you mistreat people, you're not a good person. Okay? You're not a good person. But I seen in this world where if you stand up to people that mistreat other people, you're wrong. You know? I've been wrong many of times in my life of what people would want to call it, to stand up for many different things. And I watched a lot of people sit down in certain situations when they were supposed to stand up with me, but I learned those who stand up bravely will always stand up bravely. Those who sit down, they just know the order of them sitting down and they will never get up. That's just in their DNA. That's just their natural nature. You cannot force people in this world to do something that they're not going to do by their natural nature. You cannot. Okay? You cannot. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. Excuse me 1 minute, please. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. You know? It's just like if people, it's just like what I see nowadays. People talk more than doing. And that's one thing that I'm not going to say I don't get it in humans, but it's crazy, okay? Because if you say you're going to go to the store, nowadays people will say, I'm going to go to the store, but they never went to the store. You know, yes, talk is very cheap. Very cheap. Less than a penny. Less than a penny. In order to be free, you must be a free thinker. What goes around comes around. Facts, King Delvin. Bless up to everybody in the chat. Now, I'm going to get on this topic, and and I want everybody to really hear me very clearly with this one. Okay? I want everybody to really hear me clearly with this one, because you don't got to use color, but I'm just going to use this of honor and respect. When has it came in this world, and when has it come in this world where a person with no honor and respect may disrespect somebody that has honor and respect? I'm going to say it again. Where has it come and came in this world where somebody with no honor and respect could disrespect somebody with honor and respect? What are we doing? As a whole world, what are we doing? What are we doing where we could watch people with no respect at all disrespect people that's supposed to be respected? I don't like that. And I'm never going to like it or get along with it. And a lot of people, they disagree with me of how I go about things, and I understand it. I get it. You know, because if you want a program to keep on going, you do not want somebody to throw a nut inside of it. You feel me? You do not want somebody to throw something inside of a good program that you got going on. You do not want somebody to throw a wrench inside of it. You do not want that program to mess up. You do not want that program to go another way. And I see where it's okay to disrespect certain people, but I'm not for that. I still don't get that. Well, I try to say, like, sometimes in my life, I really try to say I don't get certain things, but I'm going to be honest with you on this too, open-minded. That's something that I'm still studying to try to get and understand. I try to read certain things. I try to ask certain people questions, because I like to study. If I don't know something, I will bust my brain to try to figure it out, or I will keep on asking, or I will find out. I don't like to not know something that I'm supposed to know, or I don't like to know something that I want to know. I always try to learn things. I always study. I love to read. Now, so when you look at that, it gets to the point where when people that don't have respect, some people will say, oh, it's how they was raised. Yeah, I agree with that sometimes, and sometimes I don't, because it don't matter if you was raised in the worst situations or if you was raised in the best situations. Don't you see sometimes when they got rich kids are ungrateful? And don't you see sometimes they got kids, excuse me, Ja, for this, people that are poor, that are very grateful for just living? Let me say it again. You have some rich kids that are ungrateful, and then you have some kids, excuse me, Ja, they are happy for just living. Okay? They are happy for just life. And this is where it gets to the point where humans got to keep on realizing money don't make life. Okay? Because you need life in order to make money. Okay? I'm going to say it again. You need life in order to make money. And I don't mean by a human, but I mean by the paper form of how they make this thing we call US dollar, or whether it's a West Indian dollar, or whether it's anywhere in this world. You need natural stuff to make that currency. Now, excuse me for a minute. I'ma be 54 Saturday. I still don't get it. Shout out to you, open-minded, bless up, early birthday. You know, happy early Earth Strong. I will respect a person enough not to be around them. And that's what I tell a lot of people too. I would rather not be around you, because I'm not going to make you disrespect me, and I'm not going to make you disrespect yourself while you in front of me. Okay? You're welcome, King. You are welcome, Elder. I'm not going... Like, that's one thing that I don't do. And that's one thing that I don't like in this world. And this is one thing that I don't agree with nobody. Nobody. And I probably got it from the universe itself. But everything comes together. I don't like people beating themselves down. If you're ever in front of me, I will never let you talk bad about yourself. Because I don't believe in people beating themselves down. Of when you hear me say bless up, that's for Sarid, that's in Zion right now, and that's for many different higher things. But I don't believe in down. I always believe in getting up. I believe in us moving up. I believe in upliftment. I don't believe in down. Okay? Because if we down, trust me, we gonna get up. If we down, we gonna pick each other up. Man, shout out to both of y'all, man. For real. I'm only 41 years old. And like, one thing I always tell a lot of people, and I'll give respect to DMW shots, and I will give respect to open-minded right now. DMW is 50. DMW, I don't know how old you are, but I guess you're older than 50 years old. And I give you respect for that, King. Open-minded, I give you respect for that, because where we from, some people like to glorify it of when they used to say, young black men don't make it past 13. Young black men don't make it past 18. Young black men don't make it past 21. I remember hearing that a lot when I was a kid in elementary school growing up in the Bronx. Okay? I remember hearing people say that a lot in our hoods, in our communities. Now, me, when I watch a brother reach past 50 years old, I salute him. I salute him. Okay? Because I'm hurt for them young brothers that didn't make it to 50. But you know what? I'm going to give respect to them brothers that's here. I'm going to give respect to those brothers that's here. Because it ain't that people ain't expected. Sometimes you got to look at the positive side and the good side. Forget about the negative side. Because that's what people want to droop on. Okay? That's what people just want to drip on, excuse me right there. People always want to drip on the negative and never want to look on the positive. But trust me, positive reigns over negative. We all just see the nasty negative that's going on, but positive power reigns over all of it. So for you two brothers, salute. Shout out to y'all. Keep going. Live 54 more years. Okay? You always respect me, King Delvin, and the respect is mutual. Man, let me tell you something, open-minded, and I'm telling everybody, this is like, this is my heart. This is how I move. This is my soul. I don't know how to just to move with negative energy and to disrespect people. But let me say it again. I'm not going to let somebody disrespect me. I'm going to always stand my ground and make sure people respect me as I respect them. I don't know how to just disrespect people. I don't do that. Because I'm going to say this. And I want to say this to my brothers out there and to all the men in the world out there. Being disrespectful to people, that doesn't show bravado or toughness. Being disrespectful to people, I'm going to say this, it shows the weakness inside of you. Okay? When you could be disrespectful like that in this world, it shows the weakness inside of you. Okay? Because you ain't... Who are you being tough for? Or who you showing off for? Or who are you being Like, why? Why do you have that energy inside of you? Why are you bringing that energy to the world? I had one dream in my life that I loved, and it was the best dream I ever had. I said, I want to make this world better than I came in. Okay? I want to make it better than I came in. No, I'm not going to be perfect, but I want to try to make this world better day by day, minute by minute, second by second, connection by connection. I ain't come in this world to just put more disaster, and none of us ain't come in this world to just make this world more crazy. We came to make this world better. We came to connect for real. Not connect with the fists, like 1, 2, but connect spiritually. And people don't get that yet. Okay, let me see. I stand on my square with no fear. Big up to you, open-minded. Always manners and respect. Big up to you, Shots. Yes, man. Okay, when you are disrespectful, you allow yourself to be disrespected. And that's true. You don't know how much, like, let me tell you, you know how much nasty energy it is for you to show that nasty energy? And the thing is, right? I'm going to just say this, the simple thing that everybody know. What goes around comes around. Are you coming or are you going? If you throw a rock, trust me, that rock going to come back and hit you. So the nasty energy you give out to the world, don't be mad when it comes back at you. See, because some people may think that, oh, it may come back today, it may come back tomorrow. No, you don't know when that nasty energy is going to bring back to you. It's just like good energy. You do good to somebody, you're not doing good just so they could give you something or they could do... I don't like when people do that. Favor for favor. No! Do it because you want to do it. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Okay? Don't do it because you want them to give you $1 back because you gave them $1 today, so you want $1 on Friday or $1 when you broke. No. If you gave them $1, you gave that dollar out of your heart and your soul. You didn't give it for no look back. Okay? You gave it for love, not for something else. Okay, excuse me. It's called the boomerang effect, aka universal law. Bang. And that's it, like, let me see how I could put this. Like, life is so great that some humans don't even realize how great it is yet. You know, like, we grow from little babies to young children to young teenagers to young adults to adults. And throughout all those different levels, we change, we grow, evolve. You know? Cause and effect, yes sir. You know? Punch somebody in the eye, they may get a black eye. You know? Something fall on your toe may swell up very big. Now, people don't see how the world of we're all in this world together, you know, and I always, yeah, we had some bumpy roads as humans, but I always try to connect all humans together, because it's not about your religion, it's not about your color, We all live on this earth together. I don't care about I don't care about religion or color when I'm trying to bring all humans together. Cause if I have to care about your color, we're not gonna have no connection between the humans. Okay? Cause I spoke to many people in my lives that was different religion, that was different colors, and many people had many things to say. Some people said good things, some people said bad things, but the majority of the people always realize, yes, we are all living here on this earth together. But I ask myself, outside of the greed and the lust and the higher powers, what is the real argument between the human race? What is the real situation between the human race? What is going on? You know, because, like, it's okay. Like, take the color out, take the religion out, take the money out, and take these so-called higher ups out. And I'm talking about the presidents, politicians, prime ministers. Take all of them out. Take all the rich people out. And the rich people that I'm talking about the Rothschilds, the Bloombergs, those different families. Take all of those people out, right? And we got the human race on earth. Why are we fighting? What's the big situation about? What happened? And this is why we need to come together and realize that we are all against something that's against us. Okay? And I had to realize that in my journey. That it got a lot of people out there that's not the same color as me. But you know what? They fight in the same fight as me. And they are willing to fight alongside with me. Because they don't care about my color. They don't care about me being a Rasta. They don't care about me being a male. They understand something deeper. And I had to get to that understanding as well. We are all connected as souls. Okay? Don't matter how people want to divide it. We are still connected as souls on this earth and in this universe. You can't divide that. Don't matter how much you want to talk over it. You can't divide that real connection. Because that's nature and that's natural. And that's something that humans can't break up. And when I seen that, and being a Rasta, as I said, we say one love. And I remember one time when an elder Rasta told me, he was like, yeah, man, we was talking about one love in the black community. So I looked at myself as a teenager, and I'm there, like, struggling through what he told me, you know? Because when you tell me something, I take things in and I make it work with my mind. I might write it down and I study it. Because I'm not going to lie to somebody and tell them I understand something and I don't understand it. I'm going to tell you I don't understand. You know, I'm going to tell you to explain it to me if I need you to explain it to me. If you can't explain it to me, I will find out. You know? Now, as I said, the elder told me, you know, connection in the black community, the black race. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. But it had something that was puzzling me. I guess my mind and my soul wasn't too much of... I'm not going to say I wasn't agreeing what he told me, but something wasn't right that my soul told me, that he told me. Okay? It's not that I didn't agree with what he said, but my soul didn't agree with what he said. We are all tenants on this planet. Yes, we are. Now, I was a young teenager, and I'm there searching. As I said, sometimes I beat my head up to learn things. Sometimes I will take my time and I will learn something for a month. I will take however long it has to take me to learn it. I will take my time in learning that thing that I need to learn. Don't matter how long it takes me to learn it, I will do it. Now I remember that I checked myself and I said, damn, you got other people in this world, they being very much treated somewhat the same way. Because I'm going to be honest. I seen certain black people treat certain white people a certain way, and I didn't like it. Okay? Most hated, bless up, bless up, bless up. I didn't like it because, as I said, I don't care what color you is. I don't care what religion you is. I don't like people treating people unfair, and I don't like people down pressing people. I'm just not with it, and it's just something that's not going to ever settle right with me. I'm never going to be for it. I'm not going to like it. And when I was searching within myself of looking of everybody on this planet, sometimes your spirit will guide you where your mind won't, you know? And I beat my mind up in thinking about this. But my spirit told me, like, yo, you have to really look at them other people out there in the world that ain't do nothing to nobody but getting down treated too. Getting downtrodden. And when I seen that, that opened my heart. That opened my heart for real. It opened my mind. That opened my soul. To where I'm not going to let nobody get mistreated in this world. I don't care if it's your religion. I don't care if it's your color. I don't care if it's your body weight. Nah, we not in for those games. Not in for those games. As I said, it's up and it's never down. Because if it's down, you know what down is, man. We picking them people up. We ain't beating people down. We picking people up. And I'm not for people beating people down. I'm not for that. I don't like that. You know? Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, excuse me. I'm still at work. Just had to handle something. Yeah, I don't like people mistreating people at all. Because it's not something good. And the thing is, those same people that mistreat people and treat people wrong, I've seen a lot in my life. And I've seen so-called bullies or so-called mean people. I seen when you step to those same people and you put a little pepper on something, those people are not the same. Okay? Because force don't like real force. You know? Force don't like real force. And there's a lot of pretenders in the world. I'm going to keep on trying to connect all the humans together. Because we need to find a way one day to connect all of us. Many people are opening up. Many people are trying to connect many people. You know, but I learned we don't need to connect the humans no more. We need to connect the souls. That's what we need to connect. We need the souls to connect. Because that will be more stronger. Because once the souls connect, the human body will go. The human body will go, and it's just like when you put the key in the car and you turn it. that vehicle is going to move. We put the connection with each other in this world, it will be so powerful. We will all move. We will move in a better direction. We will move in a stronger direction. And it'll be a sight to see. To see many different people getting along. You know, because I used to hear a lot of people say that, oh, it has to be something drastic in the world to happen for all the humans to connect. Why must we wait till something drastic or bad happen in the world for all of us to open our hearts, minds, and souls for us to connect? Why? Why we can't just do it off of free will? Why we can't do it off of free positive love? Why must you wait till something... Why must we wait, like we say, oh, people don't see each other until they go to funerals, weddings, and different things? No. Why we can't see each other just real, just like natural? Why we can't love each other naturally? Why must we need things to happen? Okay? We shouldn't have to wait for things to happen for us to love each other. We shouldn't have to wait. You know? And you shouldn't do things in this world for people just to get something back. If you want to do something in this world for somebody, just do it to do it. Okay? Just do it to do it. Don't look for nothing back. Because when you do things like that, you may get something back that you don't want. And that's not going to be by that's not going to be by that person. That's going to be by nature law itself. Okay? Because one thing I like about people, they think that they could do things in this world and there's no kickback or no karma or no consequences. Every movement in this world is a consequence. Okay? I'm going to say it again. That's right. Power God. Bless up. Bless up. And God power is very strong. What is it? Today at work, and I'm still at work, I always tell people this, because this is one thing that I don't like. I don't like it with people, because I know, many people have different, alright, let me see, how could I put this? Different dainties, different superior beings they made up. But as I always say, yes, I'm a Rasta. We in our division, we call our Most High, we call Jah as in Jah. Some Chinese people or some Asian people that follow Buddha, they follow Buddha. Some Christians, they follow Christianity. Some Muslims, they follow Allah and the Prophet Muhammad. Different people follow different things, and it's all good, but it's not all good when people want to disrespect each other. But let me get to the power of the universe and the power, because don't matter what name people use, we all came here on this earth the same. Don't matter what name you use, right? The energy is the energy, and the energy could never be really, how could I say? It could never be named by a human, okay? Because the energy is the energy. Yeah, we use the word God or Jah, Buddha, Shiva, Ganesh, J.C. Kushner. We use all these different names, but the energy ain't got no name. Okay? Or let me put it in a way people could understand. God ain't got no name. Okay? If you could understand that. God power, you can't put a limit on it of, let me say, how could I put this? Because I always hear people talk about there's a lot, yes, there's a lot of bad in the world and there's a lot of negative, dirty vibes, right? But let me tell you, man, Jah power reigns over all of that. It ain't no human, and it ain't no force more powerful than God. You want to call it Allah? It ain't no power force more powerful than Allah. Buddha? It ain't no more force powerful than Buddha. Jah? It ain't no force more powerful than Jah and Allah. Whatever name you want to call it. It ain't no energy higher than that. And for those who don't want to believe within yourself, you have a little bit of that energy within you as well. But it's not about believing. Like my big brother always tell me, who feels it knows it. You know? And if you know, you know. You ain't gotta guess. Because it's in you. The God you believe in, the Buddha you believe in, is in you. Okay? Because I'm going to just say like this. If you believe in God so much, right? God ain't going to let you walk around alone, okay? He's always with you. Whether you want to call God a he or a she, that power is always with you. Okay? Jah is never absent at all. Never. Okay? So that's why I say it's never down. It's always up. Every second, every minute, Jah is living. Okay? And that's why I say, I don't know how people will say that the devil is winning or evil is winning. Nah. Put it like this, yo. You know when they say last dance? Evil just been having a good last dance. Okay? But Jah is the DJ. Jah is the DJ. He run things. You know? Like, that's why I don't worry what humans say. Because I know in my heart, in my soul, that Jah run things. Not no human, not no man or no woman. They could talk. But living is living. And living and talking, it ain't the same. So that's why I don't worry what a human gonna say. That this and that. Nah. Jah forever. Okay? Jah always live. God is always here. Buddha blesses, always blessing. Allah mercy is always with us. J.C. Kushner, Gunish. If people want to divide us in religions, I will connect us in religions because I'm not with the division. Okay? Because I know a lot of people that say, oh, I got a Muslim friend, I got a this friend, I got a that friend. I remember one time my big brother told me, he was like, yo, he said, why people got to put it in that way of saying, that's my Muslim friend? Why that just can't be your friend? Well, why you got to say, like, that's my Rasta friend? Why that just can't be your friend? And this is the thing in life. A lot of labels hurt us as humans and souls. Okay? I'm going to say it again. A lot of labels hurt us as humans and souls. A lot of the labels tore all of us apart. A lot of them. You know, like, because what is it? Now I hear a lot of Caribbean people and people that's in America talking about each other. I'm going to say this to a lot of people. A lot of people left a lot of islands and a lot of countries to come to America for a better living. Okay? And the thing is, it sickens me for when people that's black and Latino or Hispanic or Asian want to diss on people to come to America for a better living. Them countries or them lands that they came from is not messed up because of them. So don't think that they come into America as people want to say that live in America, because I'm here in America as well. Don't say that they coming to destroy America, because let me tell you something. This America, this is my country, and this is a whole bunch of other people country as well. Ain't no white man, ain't no black man, ain't no Chinese man, or ain't no other type of man could tell me America ain't mine. Okay? Because if that's what you want to call this place, America, right? I'm going to say it very nicely and very messed up. Caucasian man, you do not run America, okay? Because anything that's making America move is not because of you, okay? It's from others that's not American, as you say, okay? You know how much time I see my Hispanic brothers, okay, growing up in Brooklyn and the Bronx doing landscaping in rich people houses in Brooklyn and the Bronx? Huh? And you want to talk about, you want to call them, that's one thing I don't play. You going to call them immigrants? So who are you that's living here that's not doing nothing? Huh? Who are you? You live in the America, the big rich America, but you're lazy. But you want to call people immigrants that come here, that outwork Americans. Okay? Outwork Americans. Because let me tell you something, and I'm going to say it, and I don't care who likes this, but it's the truth. Many people that come from different islands that come to America, they outwork Americans. Okay? They outwork Americans. And they're coming here for a better living, and they're coming here to take care of their family, just like you want to do in America too, right? You're living in America taking care of your family. So why they can't take care of their family living on this earth? Huh? America don't run the world. It's just like when the British tried to run the world. America, you got free away from the British, right? So it's like everybody else in this world too. Don't try to run people, okay? Humans have a sick way of thinking. That's why I always say one of the sickest places in this world is a human mind, okay? We call where they take the trash at a landfill and dirt, right? But you have a lot of people, their mind is filled with more trash than landfills. Okay? It's filled with more garbage than landfills. So, I'm talking to everybody, but I'm talking to people mostly in America. Don't fix your face to call people immigrants when people come here to America and they get down. They work. Hard workers. Okay? And you want to disrespect them? Let me tell you something, man. A lot of American people won't be able to live in any of them islands. Because you got it good up here. Okay? You got it good up here. But if you had to take water and walk down to a lake or walk somewhere, you won't be able to handle that. Because you think that you're all nice and you're living good up here in your American showers and all of that. Let me tell you something. And I'm talking to a lot of people that think that this is funny. Humans want to live better. It don't matter where it is. So if you think you want to downgrade a human for wanting to live better, God will never bless you. Okay? So for the people, and this is the trick that Donald Trump and other American presidents want to run. Because you see, I'm not the type of person to get on Republicans or Democrats. No. When I speak for America, I'm speaking for everybody in America. I'm speaking for the downtrodden in America. Okay? I'm speaking for the people in the South Bronx. I'm speaking for the people in Brownsville. I'm speaking for the people in Compton. I'm speaking for the people in the west side of Atlanta, Fulton County. Okay? I'm speaking for the people in South Carolina, Ellery. I'm speaking for the people in Charleston, South Carolina. Okay? I'm speaking for the real people in America that nobody sees and nobody talks about. You get up every day and you want a better living, right? So everybody else should deserve a better living too. Because they want to talk about coming the right way. Well, we ain't pointing no fingers, right? But you don't do everything right, so you shouldn't point the fingers at other people. Okay? It's not good to point fingers at people when you're not so good. Everybody want to live on this earth. Everybody deserve a chance to live on this earth. Okay? Because to get back to the point where I said the other day, man, R.I.P. and L.I.P. to all the soldiers that ever lived and fought for wars. And I'm talking about whether it was gang wars or whether it was nation wars, okay? Because you know how much, I don't like to use the word gangbanger. You know, I really hate that word. But you know how much people that was in gangs use they used up their life and it was taken away from them, and they didn't see a life that they were supposed to live, and they was fighting in a war that they was tricked into. It's just like whether you want to talk about the Jamaican soldiers, the Chinese soldiers, the Japanese soldiers, the American soldiers, the Blood soldiers, the Crip soldiers, the GD soldiers, whether you're a BD, whether you're a Vice Lord. Many of these soldiers, as we say, died on battlefields, and a lot of it was over people's greed. You know, like a lot of people like to put some ketchup on their french fries when there's no need to put no ketchup on these french fries right here. Because this is a hard deal. You have to eat this plain and simple. Because I'm wondering who is going to account for all the bodies that died in unwanted and unnecessary wars. How many mothers and fathers and families had to cry? Nobody cares about things like this. Nobody says nothing about things like this. And my coworker said something earlier. He said, yo, Shakes, you know why a lot of soldiers wear the same army clothes or they wear the same flag? I said, I never really thought about that. I said, tell me. He told me, he said, they're all expendable. He said, if you die, they're just going to throw somebody else in your spot. He said, if you die, they're going to get 10 more. And that's how it goes. Because what do we have nowadays? We have some people, they're signing up for the U.S. Army. 18 years old, 21 years old. You know, they recruit some people young. And, like, I give it up to the soldiers, you know, because you have to be a brave, you have to have some type of, like, guts. You know, you have to have a different mind state, and you have to have a fierce battle inside of you to go out in that battlefield. You know, I give it up to them, because some people will think it's easy, but no. It ain't easy going on a battlefield and shooting after people and people shooting after you. Okay? It ain't nothing easy about that. It ain't nothing sweet about that. It ain't nothing glorious. Okay? It ain't nothing glorious. Because my father was a Vietnam veteran, and he came home, but a lot of his friends didn't come home. A lot of his brothers didn't come home. A lot of his partners didn't come home. Okay? And I talked to a soldier the other day that was in the U.S. Army as well. He was a Marine. And I told him, I said, thank you for your service, you know? Like, God bless. He was like, yeah, man. Yeah. He said, "You're welcome." He said, "I appreciate you saying that." But he said, "You know what?" He said, "You know what hurts me more?" He said, "My brothers that didn't make it home." I said, "I know that hurts worse." And like, I wouldn't say, a lot of people don't know Vietnam was probably one of the worst wars for a lot of American soldiers. Vietnam War, they made movies, books, TV shows about the Vietnam War, and like, it's a very important war, not only in America, but in history itself, the Vietnam War. It was a very crazy war, and if you ask me about who won or who lost the Vietnam War, I will say America lost the Vietnam War. Because there's many soldiers that come back home. And there's many people that'll tell you, you don't want to go there in that jungle. Okay? They will tell you that some of them, they was wishing to come back home. Okay? And there was a lot of insects in them jungles, a lot of leeches, a lot of many different things in them jungles. And I give it up to the ones that made it all the way back to America. Okay? I give it up to them. Because the ones that didn't made it back, they in caskets. Some of them are still, well, their bones are riddled. Because that's over, what? It's over like 70 years now. But that energy is still there in Vietnam. Okay, like that energy is still there in that section. And wars hurt generations, you know? They hurt the people that's there at the moment. But wars really affect generations. Because if you talk to somebody from Bangladesh, or you talk to somebody from Bangkok, you talk to certain people that's from over there, that live in America now, they will tell you how their grandparents, and they will tell you how their parents feel. They will tell you how some of them live. And it's like, it's not nice. You know, it's not nice. Some of them, they have trauma. Okay? They have trauma. And it's just like with a lot of, I will say this too, of melanated people. A lot of melanated people around the world have trauma every day. But some people will say there's no way to deal with it. It is a way to deal with it. Like, sometimes you have to be real to yourself. And you have to talk to somebody if you have to. You have to. You know, because I was one of those people, I didn't like really talking to nobody at all about anything. And I opened up my heart and my soul to this world at 14 years old. Sometimes I had a lot of bad streaks, but I learned just being real and being myself, I'll be okay. You know, I'll be okay being myself. I don't have to try. All I have to do is be myself, be natural. And that's all everybody have to do in this world. Just be yourself and be natural. Like, that's the best you. That's the most important you. That's the greatest you. You know, is you just being naturally you. And that's why I tell you, have a lot of creators on YouTube. Let me tell you, man, I love Paragu. I love your page. She draws. She has good food up there. You know, like, And I love her art. You know, like me, I'm not an artist. I could write poems, I could write stories and movies, but I can't draw. I'm not an artistic artist in drawing. I could write very well. I'm a writer. But like I give respect to her page cuz I love the food, you know? I love cooking too. You know, I love different foods. Bless up to you always, man. Just keep on doing your thing. Yo, you got a good page and it's good energy. You know? Like she show a lot of good food up there. And I'll try some of the stuff one day. I'll try to make some of them myself, you know, cuz in my family, on my father's side, they could bake, but on my mother's side, they could cook. You know, and I learned to cook from both sides of my family, you know. I like your content as well. Educational for me. Thank you, man. Bless up, Queen. Bless up. You know, like I learned to cook from both sides of my family, and it's two different sides of like West Indian islands. My mother is from St. Thomas and my father is from Antigua. It's the same Caribbean island, but it's different food blends. You know, it's different. Like a St. Tomian and an Antiguan don't make saltfish or what people will call codfish, COD. In the West Indies, certain people call it saltfish. You know, they don't make it the same. Some people don't make like ackee and saltfish. How they make ackee and saltfish in Jamaica, they don't make ackee and saltfish the same way in like even where Pergu is from, Puerto Rico. You know, everybody makes their different island blend different. You know, like Dominicans, they make their saltfish different. Puerto Ricans make their saltfish different. You know, like St. Tomians basically eat the same Caribbean food but different. And that's true, cause even like what is it? Like where my mother is from, they call it cornmeal. You know, it's like they make cornmeal and they turn it into a ball and you eat that with saltfish, or you could eat it with ackee, or you could just eat it just like that. You know? Some people, yeah. Big up my Guyanese in them, and even my Guyanese in them, you know, like they make their saltfish different. You know, every Caribbean island make their stuff different, even from like Johnny cakes to bakes, or some people call it flour, you know, or some people call it fried flour. Some people like it's like the I wouldn't consider it really like the patalillos, but I would say it's because the patalillos, that flour and the Johnny cake flour is kind of like the patalillos flour is lighter and the Johnny cake flour is a bit more heavier. You know, like so it's a different. Yeah, codfish, you know? And it's like what is it? I'm trying to think. Even like callaloo. You know, some people call in the different islands. What? Oh, you what? Oh, okay, well, big up the Lucians, man. Yo, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you something. Yo, this is one thing, too. I love all people in the world. I have no discrimination against people. But one thing I'm never scared to say. I love my island people. You know? I love my island people because it's just a different feeling, you know. It's just like it. How they say the new people say nowadays, it hit different. Like the island, it just hit different, you know. Like from parties to like just how you treat each other, you know. It's just it hit different. I'm not saying that island people don't have commotion and arguments and all of that. But it's just like, I'm gonna be honest, it's more love and it's more family. You know, it's like you treat each other. I'm not gonna say like island people don't have fights. Island people don't kill each other and don't shoot each other and they don't have different stabbings here and there and different nonsense. But all I'm saying is a different feeling. Okay? It's a different culture. It's a different energy. Okay? And I always tell people I grew up on the best of both worlds, from the Black American to the Caribbean American, okay? Or excuse me, to the Caribbean side in me. You know, like I grew up with both sides, so it's like I could understand and I could overstand too. You know, but like the food different. The food is different. You know, even where like, even people fry different fish. You know, they have different fish. Like, well, we grew up, my mother and father, we grew up in the Bronx where we had to, even if you ain't eat the fish, you still gotta clean it. You feel me? Even if you ain't eat something, you still gotta clean it. To the point where I used to tell, man, you know how much fish I done scale in my life? You know how much guts I done threw out? You know how much, like, I clean a lot of fish in my life. You know, and I'll tell you this. In the West Indies and the Caribbean islands, it teaches a lot. It teaches a lot of people not to be lazy. Okay? It teaches a lot of people not to be lazy. Because you have to get up in the morning time. Yeah, well, that's the... Yo, you know how much people that's Caribbean American, but they just scared to... Like, I see a lot, because from Brooklyn, I'm going to break it down to Brooklyn. You know how much people in Brooklyn from the Caribbean islands, but they scared to show their Caribbean roots? You know how much people in the Bronx from the Caribbean islands, but they want to be quote-unquote Black American, and they're scared to acknowledge that their parents or their grandparents is from the Caribbean islands, or any family member, because they want to quote-unquote be black, or they want to quote-unquote be the new thing, FBA, Foundational Black Americans. Let me tell these foundational Black American lovers something, because I'm not with the nonsense of people dividing any people with that. Yeah, they deny where they coming from. You know, like, let me tell you something. I can't deny my Caribbean roots, and I never will. I can't do that. Because that'll be like denying my roots here in America of anybody that they enslaved in America. Okay? I will never deny any of my people that you enslaved. Okay? I will always big them up. I will always love them. That's why I tell certain people be like, yo, they do this, they do that. Well, you know what? They still my people. Okay? Yeah. The whole are we. For real, some people, yo, let me tell you, I went to school with people that used to hide that they was Caribbean. You feel me? They used to hide that they was Caribbean. I left the Bronx in 6th grade. Okay? And I went to from 6th grade, I left the Bronx and I went to Brooklyn schools. Okay? And when I went to high school, Bushwick High School, that's when some people were scared to really be Caribbean. You know, they was just like, hey, my son, I just regular American. And I was like, Dad. But those same people, you know, when Labor Day came around, you seen the same dudes that you knew on the first floor in school, the same females. It's like, damn, I didn't know you was Jamaican. I didn't know your parents was from St. Lucia. I didn't know you had Puerto Rican family. I didn't know you was Dominican. I didn't know that you had family from Haiti. I didn't know that you came from DR. And because one thing I love about the Labor Day parade, when it was good, you see everybody. And you find out where everybody is from on Labor Day parade in Brooklyn. Okay? In Labor Day parade in Brooklyn, everybody wanted to be regular Americans all year round, you know? But soon as Labor Day came around, that's when you see everybody draw their flags out. Everybody draw. You see a St. Lucia flag, a Dominican flag, a Puerto Rican flag, a St. Thomian flag, a Trinity. You're like, wow, I ain't know all these people was from here. You didn't know all these people was from here. You know, but this is why I say, don't ever be scared of your roots. Love who you are, love your people, and don't be ashamed of yourself and your people. Because it ain't nothing to be ashamed about in the Caribbean islands. Okay? You know how beautiful Puerto Rico is? You know how beautiful Dominican Republic is? You know how beautiful Guyana is? You know how beautiful Grenada is? You know how beautiful Trinidad is? Jamaica, Antigua, St. Thomas. You know how great these places are? The people there ain't got the money that the British and Canada and America got, but the people are still great. Okay? Oh, where's your mother's side from, if you don't mind me asking? You know, like the people I was raised on my mother's side, you know? All of them islands is beautiful. Come on, man. Aruba, Cuba. Like, come on. Is people serious? Panama? You know, like, I mean, what, Belize? All of the islands, they're good. And one thing, right? I always tell people about this. And many island people could tell you this. You see how we go to the store and buy mangoes? Enough people in the islands done got mango trees in their backyard. Enough people in the islands they got apple trees in their front yard. You know? Cherry trees in the backyard. And they picking them cherry trees. And the thing is, certain people in the West Indies, yeah, they will fight. But let me tell you the good side. Some people will pick stuff off of their trees and drop it in front of their neighbor's yard and give it to them. They don't want no money. They just doing it for the good grace. Because you got to understand that one good thing about farmers, the good ones that got heart. Good farmers, anytime they grow stuff, they give stuff away to people. Because they know when you give out of your heart and you give out of goodness, is the universe connecting to itself as itself. Okay? Good energy is good energy in the universe, and everything will pick up on that. Okay? And good energy it must flow. Okay? How water and rivers flow, that's how good energy must flow. Okay? Like, kill all the negative energy, man. Good energy must flow. So when you see somebody's farming and they're growing corn, they end up getting a potato sack bag. They stack that bag up, give it to their neighbor. You know? And they don't want nothing back. They ain't want no money. They ain't doing it because they want something back. They doing it just because of universal love. They have people in this world, they do stuff because it's the right thing to do. Not just to look to get something back. And people need to start with that again in this world. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Don't do it because you want something back. You know how much people I meet in the store that I used to work at, where I see a lot of people. And I'm not rich and I'm not poor. But if I see you in the store and you can't afford a coffee or something, you got it. It's on me. Because why would I be so... have money in my pocket and I can't help somebody that's really starving? Why? Why? I ain't saying you supposed to like come out your house and just start throwing money around the place, just giving charity. Here, you get money, you get $1, you get $1, you get $1. Hey, you come here, you get $2. I'm not saying you do that. But I'm saying if you could help somebody out, help them out. Okay? Because I always believe in we helping and we are not hurting. Okay? Let me say it again. We are helping and we are not hurting. My mom's family are farmers on the island. Well, some of my mother family, some of them plant a little bit of corn, but in St. Thomas, to be honest with you, some of the corn, it don't really get that big. Some of them don't really grow that big. And sometimes I be thinking that they're probably not putting it in the proper spot, because I always tell my brother that the sun that we get up here in America, the sun in the West Indies, it grows like vegetables and it grows fruits like better. And whether people don't know or like, it tastes different. If you ever taste an orange in the West Indies or a mango in the West Indies, it don't taste like no mango you buy from a supermarket in America. It tastes different, So, like, no, well, my grandmother, she used to try to, like, do some cherries. She had a little cherry trees when she was alive in her backyard. She had an apple tree, and she had pears, Some people, it'd be, like, I ain't gonna lie, one of the trees that I want to grow I want to grow an avocado tree. I'll try probably in July, but I want to see how far I could go and how far it will get. Because I grew some cucumbers before in America. I grew some green peppers. And what's that other thing that me and my brother had grown? We had a pumpkin, but that thing didn't even reach that much, No, I love avocado. That is one of, like, see, some people say it's a fruit, and I will call it a fruit, cause, like, me and my boy cousins, we grew up calling it a vegetable, but then after that, like, with the seed thing, a lot of people say, like, talking to a lot of people, and just, if I have to just bring it down to logic, it's a good, tasty fruit, it's very good, No, because people used to argue when we was teenagers whether it was a fruit or a vegetable, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to call it a vegetable growing up. Like, I used to call it a vegetable all the time because it was always on my kitchen table and it was always in the house. But, like, when you study and you talk, and even talking to you, like, and other people, you learn, like, the more you talk and you learn something, so thank you for that as well, No, but like avocado, I wanna attempt to grow one day, because that's one of my favorite fruits, Avocado is like, you can eat it anytime, just don't eat it when you have a stomach ache, don't try that. That would be one of the worst things for you to try to do, because you'll be more messed up, No, it got a lot of, and the thing is too, I'll tell people this. No, it's nothing, and that's one thing that I love too about other people. If I could learn something from you, I appreciate you and I have more respect from you and for you, because that's the way it's supposed to be, but that's not the way some people want it to be. So, like, if I could learn things from even, like, somebody that acts stupid, I'm gonna learn from you, I'm gonna learn from you. So, and it's the thing too. The Caribbean islands have a lot. I'm going to say this. It has a lot of stuff that's good for your body. Okay? A lot of healthy foods. Okay? And the thing is, I was talking to my brother about this, and I have to say this. You see how they playing with all the foods nowadays? Like, in two main things. Because I've been eating fruit since I was in my mama belly. So I know all the main fruits very well. You cannot. But when you look at two things in the past 5 years, I'm going to use the 5 years as an estimation. You have been seeing a lot of seedless grapes and seedless watermelons. And to some people, they may think that that's okay or it's not too big. To me, it's very dangerous. Okay? It's very dangerous. I am not going to allow people, and I'm not going to even allow myself. We're going to eat watermelons and we're going to eat grapes without seeds. Because I'm asking myself, right? Where did that watermelon come from? How do you have a watermelon without a seed? You know, yeah, I don't trust seedless fruits. Cause I'm just thinking, I'm using my mind. How did you make that fruit? How did that fruit come here? Okay? How did that fruit come here? Cause if I take a seed and I put it inside some soil and I wait for 6 months for that thing to grow, I understand that it grew into whatever I grew, and it's going to have little seeds in it. So how much you give me something that don't have seeds in it and you're thinking that people must eat that? Yes, man-made. And this is the thing where I get to the connection where we was talking about the islands and up here in America. The islands always had good natural food. Up in America and the British and around the world, it was always fast food, convenient microwave fast food, or you go to a fast food restaurant, or you go to little vendors, and they don't teach people how to eat healthy. Okay? They teach people how to eat wrong. Because if you look at a lot of the things in like just a regular corner store or a regular bodega or a 7-Eleven or a Wawa or a Shell's gas station, 50-50, the sodium things in there will give you high blood pressure, and all of the juices in there that are sugar, that it won't do nothing good for you. I'm not saying you'll get diabetes off of that, but a lot of bumps will come on your face, a lot of dryness in your body. Like, there's a lot of things in these stores that we must think that's regular food, but it's not regular food at all. Okay, because I wouldn't tell everybody to eat natural food, but you gotta eat food, right? As my mother used to tell me and my brother when we was kids, you gotta eat food that your body likes. Don't eat food that your mind likes, okay? And your mouth like. Eat food that your body likes, okay? Because it's either you eating for living or you eating for lust and greed, okay? You got to eat to live. Not to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to have one ice cream bowl, then I'm going to have another ice cream bowl, and after that ice cream bowl, I'm going to have me 2 bags of Doritos, and then I'm going to get me an ice cream cone. Wait. I should get some popcorn too. Get some cheese on my popcorn. No. And when people do all these things every day, every year, people don't think about detoxing their body, cleaning out their body. You just put all that waste in your body. And you're thinking that just because you use the number 2 in the morning, evening, or night, or afternoon, or any time that you're cleaning out your body, you still have a lot of waste in your body. Okay? And I'm not talking about crap, as in taking the number 2. Okay? You still have a lot of mucus in your chest. You still have mucus in your throat. Okay? You still have nasty food in your belly. Okay? On the right side and on the left side. Okay? So, you have to be able to know your body. That's what I told my supervisor today. I said, people that go to the doctor is good. We must go to the doctor, right? But People don't realize this. And I'm going to say this very clear, and I'm going to say it slow. You must know your body better than the doctor, okay? Because you know American hospitals are businesses, okay? It's businesses, okay? They are businesses. So you must know, you must go to the hospital if you feel messed up and you know you need medical care and medical help. But you must know your body better than the doctor that you're going to. Because it gets to the point where I always say, you're not going to be perfect, right? But the human is supposed to know the human body. You ain't got to be a doctor to understand and overstand the human body. And you ain't got to be perfect in knowing things, right? But make sure you know what's a toe. Make sure you know what's a thumb. Make sure you know what's an index finger. Make sure you know what your eye is. Make sure you know your eyelids. Like, know certain basic things, you know? Don't let them tell you about yourself when you're living in yourself every day and you're just seeing them one day or 2 days, you know? But some people will say they get paid for this, they go to school for this. So yes, of course they get paid for this and they go to school for this. But they also get paid to trick you as well. They also go to school to trick you as well. Okay? So make sure you know your body better than the doctors. Don't matter where you're living. America, Canada, the British Islands, all over. Just make sure you know your body better than the doctors. Okay? Because they'll tell you a whole bunch about yourself that you don't know, and that shouldn't be good. Okay? It shouldn't be good when somebody could tell. I watched many people over years like be surprised at things the doctor told them. And yes, they could go and see things that we cannot see, right? But what they could search and see is what we could feel. You know, your body goes good every day, and you should know when your body is not going on a certain level. When your body when your body driving every day and it just hit left, and you know your body used to going right, that's when you know you have a problem. Okay? We know what's going on with our bodies. We just ignored certain things sometimes. Okay? It was just like, for example, I'm going to be real to you. I grew up playing basketball. Grew up playing any kind of sport. But basketball, that's my number one sport. That's my baby. That's my girl. I love basketball. Now, before the bus ran over my leg at 13 years old, I was playing basketball, playing hard body. No stopping, just playing wherever I could play. And I remember I took a good while to come back to my senses of making my leg go down, trying to feel my toes. I was in pain, but I told myself that I didn't feel pain. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was paining me, but I didn't care. Because me being in pain didn't matter. Me getting on the court mattered more than me being in pain. You know? No doubt, man. No doubt, man. The young ones is first. The young ones is first. You know, big up to the grandchildren and them, you know? I didn't care about my body. I cared about basketball more than my body. And I kept on playing. I kept on playing on my right foot. I kept on playing. Well, to be honest with you, thank you, but it was kind of somewhat my fault, you know? But it was what you call a life learning lesson. It was my fault. But I respect your thank you, and I respect your kindness, you know? It was my fault that the bus ran over my foot. I wouldn't blame nobody or anything. I did it. It happened to me. I wouldn't never blame nobody. You know? It's my responsibility of what happened that day. And I'll leave it right there. Now, as I said, my leg was swollen for a good while, you know? Couldn't walk on my foot some days. I used to have on a sneaker and one slipper like DMW said how he drives and when he at work, you know? I had to do that for a good while. And I remember when my foot went down and I thought everything was okay. Everything was okay for a while until one day I was running, and I felt the thing go, and I'm telling you no lie, I buckled and I fell on the floor right there outside in front of everybody. And I looked at myself and I got up, but I said something ain't right, and I remember I tried to walk it off. You played all over New York City. Well, let me see. I played in Brooklyn and the Bronx. I ain't played. I guess you meant to say I played all over the city. Rodney Park, Rutgers Park, Seoul, and the whole West 4th. People sleep on West 4th though. West 4th got a lot of good ballers. People sleep on West 4th. West 4th, they will bring it to your neck. Okay, aka the Cage. I played in a 50 and over league now. Okay, I play in a 50 and over league now. Open minded, keep playing. Cause to be honest with you, as this story, I will tell you how it's going. I've been working on years on trying. I went and got foot surgery on my toes to straighten out my toes. Cause when the bus and a car ran over my foot, it killed the nerves in two of my toes on both sides of my foot. On one side and on the other side, the same toes, the middle toe. And when I looked at that happen, I said the universe is real, because the bus ran over my right leg first. When I was 25 years old, that's when a car ran over my left leg. And it killed the nerve in the same two toes. You feel me? Where I remember it had sometimes I'm just there running or playing ball and I'm not feeling nothing. And I used to be like, damn, that ain't feel right. That don't even feel right where I don't feel nothing, you know? Felt numb. You ain't had no feeling. And I remember after the surgery, oh, trust me, I start feeling everything. Okay, because me getting foot surgery on my foot and my toes, to me, I try to suck pain up, you know? I played basketball with sprained ankles, swollen kneecaps, messed up wrists. But going through that surgery, that was pain. Because couldn't walk for 2 weeks. No, I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. I'll be real with you. My brother came out the hospital. My brother picked me up the stairs, you know? Because I couldn't walk on my foot for 2 weeks. And that was the worst pain I ever felt in my entire life. I never felt nothing more painful than that in my entire life. Because the pain went from my toes to the back of my calf, to my thighs, to my back, and to my brain, and it hurt. And I remember, like, I had to rub my legs many days. I had to buy Icy Hot again. You know? If you know about playing basketball and you're outside and you have a little pain, and the quickest thing to make everything go away, Icy Hot, you know? So I was rubbing Icy Hot in Florida water on my legs, you know, and it was in pain. But I always tried to fight over the pain, you know, and with that, it hurt me many times, because I remember when I slowed down playing basketball and I was walking outside one day and I said, dag, I really don't have the speed that I used to have in playing. you know? Because right now I can still play basketball, but I do not have my cut speed or I do not have my dash speed like I had. It is like, I'm not saying it's totally gone, but it ain't there. And that's when I had to realize that my legs, it wasn't the same no more. And I'm on the what you call the upcoming of trying to get them back to 100%. Cause if I be honest with everybody, it's probably at 88% right now. You know, they're both of my legs, they're at 88%, and I'm not at 100% fully. I thought, like, you know, the doctors in them, they told me, hey, open mind, let me tell you something, man. Like, after the surgery and stuff, I remember I waited like 3 weeks, right, to go to the court by myself and play. I probably took like 50 shots and I went home. And I'm gonna be honest, I was like, I can't do this. I said, I can't do this. I said, I gotta go home. I took 50 shots and I made sure I count everything until I got to 40. And I remember when I was doing from 40 to 50, I was so happy to get to that 50 shot. You know, because now some people will say they'll throw up 1,000 shots or they'll throw up 500 shots. Sometimes if I wanted to practice on my shot, the most shots I will throw up is 100. And if I had somebody or people there with me, I will try my best to see what I could round off out of 100 from free throws or 3 points, you know? And this is why I don't get where certain NBA players can't make a free throw or can't make a 3-point. I'm gonna be honest with you, on the free throw line nowadays, I'm probably like, you know, a good 85%, you know? But like my coach, you know, Coach Howard, he told us in 7th grade, you miss a free throw, he said that's like missing mama's, you know, breakfast in the morning, you know, when you was a kid. And trust me, if you grew up in the house and your mom's cooked breakfast in the morning before you went to school, you know what that breakfast was like before you went to school. Your mama breakfast in the morning before you went to elementary school was everything. Okay? Now, after them 50 shots, I walk home slowly with the ball in my hand. It is, yo, let me tell you something. It's a free shot. And this is what I used to tell a lot of people about free throws. Like, you could stay there like me. You know how some people got free throw, they do certain things. Me, I just kiss up in the sky, you know, to all the people that I lost, and I shoot, you know, and that's what I always did since I was a kid. I kiss it up in the sky, and I shoot, you know, and I'll say out of, you know, 70 out of 100, I will shoot some good free throws, you know, because it's not like, it's like a layup. You know, like, I'm not going to act like I never missed a layup in my entire basketball life, like, oh, but it's right there. A free throw, whether you left-handed or right-handed, all you have to do, guide, push, aim, precision, and technique of you shooting. You know, because some people may think that you just get the ball, you shoot it out of your hand. Like, no, like, and this is where I remember one time I was explaining to a person, like, people don't understand the science and the technique and, like, the natural nature of basketball, of just even shooting. Okay, like, it's like, I remember, like, it's a timing with everything, you know, like me, I could tell when my shot gonna miss. You know, as soon as it leave my hand, I know I know it's gonna go in or it's gonna miss. Soon as it leave my hand. Cause it's the feeling. If you ain't got that good feeling and that good grip on that ball when you touching it and it release off them fingertips, you know that shot not going to go in. Some people may trick themselves and say, I thought it was going to go in. But yeah, that's when we get those things where it bounces around the rim and it bounces off the rim. That's the shot that you get. But when you get that, you know that's the shot, okay? You get that straight off the net, okay? Because it's aiming and like, how could I say it? You just know the steps of that shot, you know? It's just like a 3-point. You aiming and you feel it, okay? You could feel your shot. And if you can't feel your shot, you don't deserve to be a basketball player or play basketball. Okay? Because it's a feeling. Because I tell everybody this, yo. I used to do a trick to a lot of people. I used to just throw the ball to a dude. And by the way he dribbled that ball, or he handled that ball, or he received that ball from me of how I throw it at him, I could tell what type of player you are already. That's all I needed. And when I did that, it's me testing you to see what type of play. Because how you dribble the ball, how you feel the ball, how you playing with that ball, it tells everything about your game. You know? And it don't lie. Energy don't lie. Okay? Energy can't lie. Because it's just right there. It's in plain sight. My coach used to say, when it's fair, hit the square. No, man. And like, yo, shout out to all the basketball coaches around the world, man. Female and male. Because I used to be one of those people, I didn't really like listening to the coach, but I still respect the coach. You feel me? Because I used to tell our coach, Mr. Howard, I'm like, we going to war here. You feel me? You just telling us what to do, but we on the field with these boys pushing us. We taking the fouls. And that's just how I was, you know. And like, I respect you, but I'm not too much like, I never used to be I didn't really like to listen to coaches and their plays. Because if you tell us to run a play, I'm sorry, I'm gonna override the play. You know, like, cause in my mind, if I'm running point guard or shooting guard, I'm going to try my best way to make us score. Or I'm going to try the best way for me to score. You know, like, big up, Bucks, big up, Bucks, big up. Salute to Bucks in the building. You know, like, I'm going to try my best to score, or I'm going to try my best to hand it off. And this is why I say, I'm glad Bucks is in the building. We got another New York Knicks rider in the building. And we're talking about basketball. A point guard is supposed to be a point guard. Okay? I don't know what this new thing is of people talking about point guards. Okay? To me, Delvin, I never listened to my coach. I played my game. And that's the thing. I never listened to no coach. Like, I respect you, but you cannot tell me how to run this engine I got inside of me. Okay? You cannot tell me how, like, because from a kid, I didn't really need you to play my game. So it's like, a coach can't tell me how to cross somebody up. A coach can't tell me how to do my crossover. A coach can't tell me how to get up there and grab a rebound over somebody that's taller than me. You can't teach me that. I just got to get out there and do it myself. I got to feel the elements. Okay? Jalen Brunson makes no one. Hey, Bucks, I'm glad you said that. I'm about to get to him in like, give me 50 seconds. And I'm going to get on him. Give me 50 seconds. Let me drink a little bit of water. And I'm going to get on him. I'm not going to really get on him, but I'm going to get on him. Because you have to start from the beginning. And you have to start from one of my favorite point guards of all time is Stephon Marbury. Okay? That's one of my favorite point guards of all time. Stephon Marbury, a.k.a. Starbury. And when he came to the Knicks, I was happy to see somebody from Brooklyn/Lincoln play in the Garden. Okay? I'm happy to see our New Yorkers play for the Knicks. Okay? Now, I don't care how people want to twist it or turn it. Don't ever fix your face to say that Jalen Brunson is a better point guard than Stephon Marbury. Of course, come on, man. We got Kenny Anderson, Rod Strickland, Marbury. If I'm not correct, I think what is his name? They used to play for the Knicks too, and he was on the 1970s team and 1973 team. He started with Walt Clyde Frazier. If I'm correct, I think he's from New York as well. One of my favorite point guards is Steve Nash. Come on, he like open-minded. See, this is the thing that I don't like with the new NBA and new NBA fans and supporters. They will see things, but they will act like they don't see something. Now, I watched games where Jalen Brunson got 27 points and 1 assist. Where in life is that a point guard? Where in life is that a point guard? I seen him with games where he had 33 points and 5 assists. Yeah, that's even, but let me tell you something, man. If Joker or for the Knicks, or for the Denver Nuggets, excuse me, people right there. If Joker could rally more assists than you in a regular game, or should I say, put it like this, I'm going to say somebody that's a way better player than Jalen Brunson. And this is why I say fans and Knicks fans are delusional. If Westbrook could average a triple-double in a season, right? Why Jalen Brunson can't get 20 and 10 every night consistently? I'm not saying that you may get 20. You could get 20 and 7 some nights. Because, yeah, everybody get an off night, right? But we don't need you to score. You are not the best player on that team, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion, Jalen Brunson is not the best player on that team, because if you leave it up to me, Mikal Bridges and Cat are the 2 best players on that team. But that we are the New York Knicks, and they have a lot of nepotism going on in the Knicks organization, Jalen Brunson get to do whatever he want and he get away with it. And I'm going to say this, get him out of New York, because we will never win a championship long as he is in New York. He's never going to pass the ball. Yo, even Jeff Teague said it too. How you going to hold the ball for 17 seconds? Many different NBA superstars that used to play the game are saying the same thing, right? But many people that's playing right now, that's analysis and commentators, they don't want to say it. Yeah, Deuce play, man. And the thing is, Deuce coming off the bench. Deuce is still learning how to be an NBA player, but he's still giving us what he got. Okay? He's still giving us what he got. And to me, oh, man, let me see. I don't know how our contracts is going right now with Jalen Brunson, but I guess he got 2 more or 3 more years on the Knicks. But what he need to do, and what the Knicks organization need to do, is bring him off the bench or put him in the shooting guard position. Okay? Because he's much more of a shooter than a passer. Okay? Yeah, he gets his little hot streaks, but when your hot streaks ain't working, that's hurting the whole team. Because you got people waiting 5 seconds for me to get up a shot. You pass it to OG, and then they got to hurry up and shoot. You pass it to Shannon, he got to hurry up and shoot. You pass it to Cat, he got to hurry up or shoot, or hurry up and drive it to the lane. A point guard is supposed to make it easier for all four other players. A point guard is supposed to see the defense. And a lot of times, I see Jalen Brunson dribbling with his head down, and I see him looking for his shot and not looking for the assist. You are supposed to be dropping dimes and not dropping shots. You drop shots, and you just mess up the whole thing. Yeah, me and Brunson have an issue too, because, like, if I was in the Knicks organization, after every game, even if we won, me and the coach gonna have to have a conversation, okay? And it wouldn't be a conversation where I'm gonna argue with my head coach, but me and the coach gonna have to have a conversation, and and if he don't like what I'm saying, we're gonna watch that whole game together, and I'm gonna show, and I'm pointing out everything, cause to me, I hope next year for the 25 and 26 season in the NBA, I hope that Jalen Brunson learned what a point guard is. And I hope he learns. Because I'm a Knicks fans. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks supporter and a Knicks writer, not a fan. I'm never going to be a fanatic of anything. If I want to be a fanatic of something or anything in this world, it's going to be of my mother and my father. Thank you for life. Now, if Tyrese Halliburton could shoot out dimes like he did, and they embarrass us like they did in Indiana Game 6, Mr. Jalen Brunson, you better learn how to do that. Okay? I would have someone doing a dribble count. He dribbles way too much. Oh my God. Man, he do that joint too much where I be watching, right? And I'm gonna be honest to you. Sometimes I be wanting to know if he doing it on purpose. That's how much I watch him doing it. And like you say it, like I open-minded elder, I watched this for like 2 years now. 2 years. All of us watched it. And it got to the point where this year, everybody, even people that's not Knicks fans and Knicks supporters, is like, yo, you really is holding the ball too much. Because, like, Kobe and Melo, they used to hold the ball. But you know what? I can guarantee you Kobe and Melo was going to make sure that ball going to go somewhere 80% out of the time out of 100 to make a score. And I don't like the praise that everybody giving him. Because they don't want to say, like, you want to praise him, right? But you don't want to say that he ain't doing nonsense, and this is what I don't, that's why I don't like fans. I'm not into the fan thing, okay, because fans don't know the truth and fans don't know a lie, okay? Fans is delusional people. Fans don't see correct. They only see gray, they don't see what's on the floor. They don't see what's in the sky. They only see gray. They only see one way. For real, because me, yeah, I ride for the Knicks, I ride for the Yankees, I ride for the Giants. But if I have to talk truth about the teams that I ride for and that I support, that don't mean that I don't like them. That's just like a parent trying to correct their child. It's not that I don't like you. I'm trying to show you something in life right now so you don't have to deal with it later on in life. Okay? Let me tell you, if we made Delon Wright and Landry Sherman play more minutes than he did, I think that game would have come out a little different. Because to be honest with you, even though they would have probably beat us in that game, I still think the score would have been different than the 17-point blowout in Game 6. And karma is real because we beat them by 17 in the last game. And they came back and hit us with 17 in the game to eliminate us. You know, like we was facing elimination. But the same thing that you love is the same thing that hurts you. And that's what happened with the Knicks. The same 17 that we needed to win was the same 17 that eliminated us. You know? I just hope that he see better next year. I hope that he passes the ball more next year. Well, everybody out there, open-minded, thank you, Welder, for always supporting me. I appreciate it. DMW Shots, thank you always, brother. And hold on, before I leave, you know, before I get off of this incident. Because open-minded opened my eyes earlier to something. But he made a joke about it when he said he had 40 subs. And I understand it. Let me say something to people out here. I think it been like a year or more. Open-minded been one of the people that supported me every day. Every day. Always supported. Never talk nonsense. Always came as a man. And never came as a kid or as anything else. And I will always respect him. He got a good page up there that he drops his stuff once in a while. But he got good stuff too. He got open-minded stuff, as his name is, that will open your mind and make you see things different. DMW Shots. He come up there and he show you different shots every day. He show you Brooklyn. He drives across the bridge. He show you Queens. He show you Manhattan. He takes different pictures. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this, DMW Shots. Keep on doing your thing, my brother. Keep on with your energy. You got nice, pure energy that you giving to the people every time you driving in your car and you at work. And people following you. I love that energy, King. Keep going. Marlene, thank you. And I must check your page. I know I haven't been around in a minute. But I'm going to circle the block and I'm going to check you. Because Marlene is another good soul in this world and on this YouTube. She is a great soul. So whether you want to tap in, or whether you want to drop by her page, you tap in. You show her respect. Okay? Because that's a good lady right there. That's a good soul. Okay? Pergu, as I said earlier, good soul. Pergu. You know, good soul. Good lady. Good empress. Big up to her. Okay? For real, like, I'm thankful for everybody that dropped by. Bucks. Big up to Bucks. You feel me? A Bronx night. Bucks is up there. I watch Bucks doing his thing every day. I watch Bucks grinding every day. And every time I'm at work and I could watch Bucks' page, or if I'm off of work, I go support Bucks. And I wish his page grow. I want everybody's page to grow. You feel me? Keep on doing your thing over there, Bucks. Keep it up, King. I wish you all the best, yo. Now, who else, man? No, because I'm going to give respect to those who deserve it. I'm going to give respect to all of y'all up here that show love. Ain't no hate. I ain't got no hate in my heart for none of y'all up here. It's different. Eric C., I got to tap in on your page too, but thank you, my brother, for coming through and showing your love and your energy. I respect that. Keep on moving, King. God bless. Stardust, thank you for dropping by. Thank you for your energy. I stopped on your page the other day, but I'll be stopping by on your page too. Thank you and keep on moving. I wish you all the best in life. God bless. Much love to you, Queen. Everybody that showed this page love today and showed this live love, thank you very much. I appreciate the energy. I appreciate the time. God bless. Lion love. I'm out. Peace.